I was at a meeting last night and I was measuring their kitchen and they had the exact same mixture on their stove of brewing and it smelled like Christmas in there.
See, I'm telling you.
So apparently it's a thing.
So we're gonna show you guys step by step of how to make this at your house so that every one of you can have your home smelling like cinnamon and Christmas. Everybody, welcome back to our channel. Guys, this morning we woke up to some rain and then it quickly turned over to snow, and it has been snowing the entire day. It finally let up just a little bit ago, but it probably put down 2 to 3 inches of snow, and I could not be more excited. It definitely makes it feel a lot more like Christmas now, and we're all super excited about it. Carmen's getting her snow clothes on and she's gonna head out and play for a little bit before it gets dark. Carmen,
what?
Are you so excited for this?
Yes.
It finally feels like Christmas, huh?
Yeah.
It's been such a warm fall and it hasn't even felt like Christmas. Now here it is December 9th and we have snow and it feels like Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Frosty, he's ziplining.
Our crazy elf, Frosty, came back from the North Pole last night and he's doing a zip line from the fan over here to the light. Left Carmen a little note that says, I told Santa how nice you've been. He told me to pass this message along to you. Keep up the good work. Carmen asked him to write her a note and he definitely delivered, huh? Pretty awesome.
They also asked him to pull some more pranks and he did.
He did, yep. He's ziplining through the house. So yesterday I was trying to mix up a concoction to help myself beat this cold that I feel like is coming on. And I woke up this morning with a little bit of a sore throat, but more importantly, my voice is just really weird. I sound worse than I feel by far. I actually feel completely fine. My voice is just a little bit weird right now. But for the most part, I actually feel really, really good. So I'm not sure if I've got some sort of weird little tickle in my throat or what's going on, but I actually feel pretty dang good. So not sick, thankfully. Maybe the vinegar is actually helping. All that torture of drinking that disgusting stuff is actually helping me out, I think. Carmen is just coming inside from playing out in the snow and she had a fantastic time. She went and found one of her friends. They went over to the church and went sledding on the little hill that's over there. She's now inside having some yummy warm soup. How was sledding today?
It was really fun.
Yeah?
So when me and my friend went over there, we actually saw that my other friends were there too, so we played with them too.
So you had lots of friends over there. You went sledding. Super fun.
We built a ramp that
Was there enough snow to cover all the rocks that are on the hill?
Yeah, but there had already been a lot of people that were sledding. The rocks were showing through a little bit and it was super fun because it made it more bumpy.
Well, that's super fun. What else did you guys do on the snow?
So we made chairs, me and my friend did.
You made chairs?
Yeah, before we went sledding, we made chairs in her front yard.
Well, that's fun.
And then,
Did you make a snowman?
well, me and Claire attempted to, but we turned it into a penguin because it broke.
Oh, penguin. I'll have to film that tomorrow once the sun comes up so we can see it.
Yeah.
Super cute. I'm so glad it snowed. The kids love it when it snows. Usually the snow does not stick around here for very long. It snows one day and then the sun will come out tomorrow and melt it all away. Luckily the weather is going to be on our side for a little bit. The temperatures are going to drop, so that means the snow will be sticking around, and it is supposed to snow tomorrow, and then we have another storm coming in next week. So hopefully with the cooler temperatures, this snow will stick around until Christmas. I've decided that tonight is the night I'm going to put together our neighbor gifts, the bags of potpourri as Clay calls them. They are not potpourri.
Whoa, somebody commented and said that they should be called simmering scents.
Okay.
Which sounds better, right?
Which sounds better than
Simmering
potpourri.
scents.
Potpourri reminds me of like someone really old school, like potpourri's kind of been out
The
for a
name's
long
weird.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna put these bags together tonight, get them delivered tomorrow once the sun comes up and it's not quite so cold outside. The temperature has dropped and it's freezing cold.
I do have one thing to say.
What's that?
I was at a meeting last night and I was measuring their kitchen and they had the exact same mixture on their stove of brewing and it smelled like Christmas in there.
See, I'm telling you.
So apparently it's a thing.
So we're gonna show you guys step by step of how to make this at your house so that every one of you can have your home smelling like cinnamon and Christmas. All right, so I have already taken the first step with these bags. I put all of the oranges into a bag so they look like this. The orange is in there.
Let me show you how you guys do that. Orange inside the bag. That's it.
super difficult. I've already measured out the allspice as well. So the whole, you want whole allspice, not ground. It's like little tiny balls. I should have saved some bits. They look kind of like that. But you want the whole ones because the powder just makes a gigantic mess. So each bag has 1 orange and 2 teaspoons of allspice in them. The next step is you need 2 teaspoons of cloves in each bag.
Okay. How about we go with the cinnamon sticks?
So each bag needs 2 cinnamon sticks.
2 cinnamon sticks, a lot of 2s.
So it's easy to remember.
Does cinnamon grow on a plant or does it grow on a tree?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
That's interesting stuff. Feels like bark.
Yeah, it does.
All right, the cinnamon sticks are in. Let's now get the 2 teaspoons of the whole cloves. And then after that, this is more whole cloves.
Yes, so you can use either one. Same thing. 1. So 2 teaspoons per bag. And try not to spill them on the floor.
All right, so we're gonna let Claire put in those cloves for a second. We've also got, I guess, some cranberries, right?
Yes, we gotta do the cranberries.
Maybe we'll come back to those. We are putting in a sprig of pine. Now, I have not heard the term sprig of pine, but apparently it's just a little small branch off a pine tree. So I went and got some of those. I went down to a Christmas tree lot and they had some extra cut off pieces. I've got those in the garage right now. We're gonna go trim those up. Do we know how many bags we have?
We have 18 bags.
We need 18 sprigs.
18 sprigs.
All right, these just pull off. Not too difficult. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Doesn't matter what size, Tara.
No, just as long as it will fit in the little gift bag, we're good.
I think I may have got too much, but they were just handing it out, so I just kept grabbing.
So growing up as kids, we would always go out into the forest and cut down our own fresh Christmas trees. And my dad would take the leftover pieces like these, that were trimmed off the bottom, and he would put them on top of our wood-burning stove to give our house a true pine smell. That was on a wood-burning stove. So if you guys have a wood-burning stove, give it a try. Make sure you watch it very carefully so it doesn't start on fire, but
It sounded a little dangerous.
but it definitely makes your house smell super yummy.
All right, we got our sprigs drying out. They had a little bit of snow on them, and we are moving on to the cranberries. How many cranberries are we putting in there?
So the recipe calls for half a cup, but I have found that I don't really like to use that many. It's just too much. So a third of a cup is what I'm gonna put in here. I feel like that's a good amount of cranberries
Okay.
for what you're using this for.
Now, is that the last item besides the pine? Once the pine's dry, you throw it in the bag. Is that it?
Yeah, see? You can put the pie in there and it just makes this super cute.
Cute. Favorite, what are you eating over here?
I'm eating an Oreo cake.
An Oreo cake.
Yep.
We have just Oreo cakes that you make in cups?
No, it's just plain Oreos and they add them with milk.
Oh, really? Oh, delicious.
All right, we got the oranges in, we've got the allspice, we got the cloves, cranberries, cinnamon sticks. The last thing to stick in these bags is the pine. I debated on whether I should tie it with the ribbon on the outside of the bag or just stick it on the inside, and we ultimately decided that we are going to stick it on the inside. It'll be easier to tie, and then we're gonna attach these super cute little tags right here that
I cut
Claire
out.
so graciously cut out for me. It just has the instructions on there on what to do with everything inside this bag.
Carmone, I've got a job for you, sweetie. So what we need to do is cut 18 of these pieces. I've already cut 1, actually 2. They've all got to be the same length. So we're gonna need some more of those, and then watch. See these tags right here? So here's what you do.
Can you snip them and I tag them?
But here's how I want you to do it. You put the 2 ends together like this, okay?
Yeah.
2 ends through the hole, and then the 2 ends you take back through the round part, like that. Now it's ready to tie.
Here we go. There's my potpourri bags for the neighbors.
That's my favorite one.
Does it smell good?
It smells like pine trees.
Smells like pine trees, that's right. It's gonna make your hair all sticky. All right, we got all the tags tied on the bags. We're gonna stick them on a cookie sheet for the night. Stick them in the fridge so they stay fresh. And then tomorrow when the sun comes up and hopefully warms up a tiny bit, we will get these delivered to our neighbors. And I am excited to hear back from some of them on how delicious their house is gonna smell. I'm glad that Clay is finally coming around to my potpourri.
The kids are loving all this snow. Hopefully it sticks around until Christmas. Also, my epoxy showed up today for my epoxy river table. It's setting right over here. Tara, show it right there. 5 boxes full of epoxy. I am super stoked to get that thing going. So I might be a couple days before I get the actual form built, and then actually we're waiting for the color, either the powder or the ink pigment. I ordered both. I'm gonna try them out, do a test piece first, make sure that it's correct, right, before we waste all that epoxy. And then I'm gonna pour that whole thing, and it takes like 5-6 days to dry. So hopefully by the end of next week, that thing's ready to sand and finish. Just in time for Christmas. We'll get the legs ordered. Still gotta do that. But I can't sleep at night thinking about it. I'm like that excited. So
Like a little kid on Christmas morning.
exactly. All right, guys, we appreciate you watching. We love you, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.